West Ada School District has 6 alternative schools for students who might have a harder time getting to graduation. Over the weekend, the district sent an email to the parents of these students to announce changes were coming to their schools, including shifting students to different buildings. Letter also says students at the alternative schools were going to have to split time, learning in person and learning online. Now, these changes won't happen immediately, not until the next school year. But as Aspen Shumpert found out, that doesn't make it any better for parents concerned about their students' mental health.
Major changes are coming to the West Ada School District's alternative schools, affecting hundreds of students across the Treasure Valley.
People see them as certain kind of kids, and so therefore we're just pushing them off to the side again.
Under the restructuring plan, Rebound and virtual schoolhouse students will move into the Treasure Valley Math and Science Center. The Treasure Valley Math and Science Center students will relocate to the current Central Academy building, while Central Academy students will be redistributed to the Eagle and Meridian Academy schools.
I was shocked because there was no parent meetings, there was no questions or how do you feel about this? It was just, this is what we're doing and deal with it.
In addition to the shifting, alternative students will split time between in-person and virtual learning every day. Erica Jones, a parent at one of these schools, says she's worried for her daughter's mental health with that schedule.
My concerns are, especially since COVID of 2020, it was proven through many reports and statistics that our kids became isolated. They weren't, social media went up, mental health went up, depression, anxiety, their grades plummeted down.
Jones is also concerned isolation will increase again and her daughter won't get a regular high school experience.
The dances, the assemblies, the school board, the extra activities, just the fun times you had during break with your friends. They're only there for 3 hours and then you have an assembly or you have extra activities. Where would that fit in? If you need math and English and you really need to talk to the teachers about doing homework, when would you fit this in? I don't know how forcing them to be home is going to increase graduation rates.
Jones also feels like this change violates the district's discrimination policy.
Underneath the Disability Act, mental health, so anybody with depression, anxiety, substance abuse disorders, so anybody who has an addiction falls under that act. And I don't know how any of the kids in alternative schools that fall underneath that act are going to provide the same education as the majority. So to me, it's discrimination.
Jones is one of many families in the alternative schools that is hoping the district will reconsider.
They're not doing it to the Rocky Mountain kids. They're not doing it to the Centennial kids. They're not doing it to the Waihe kids. And so they already feel less than, and we're furthering that. I want the district to really think about, oh, we're forcing isolation on these kids, and it's not good. And a lot of them aren't going to graduate.
The district is holding an informational meeting right now with parents that start at 5 p.m. And the purpose of that meeting is to answer some of these questions and concerns that families are having. Now, KTVU reporter Abby Davis is actually there in the room listening to this conversation. I just got off the phone with her, and she did approach the district. That was something the district wasn't open to, chatting with us prior to the meeting.
I was going to ask you.
We tried to do that, yep. And so Abby Davis is in the room right now and grabbed one of the district spokespersons who told her there's a little bit of a miscommunication happening. So at the beginning of that letter that we showed you that was sent out said changes were coming. But the spokesperson for the district just told Abby Davis a final vote with the board has to happen in order for that to be approved. So it isn't final yet. Big miscommunication.
So they sent out a letter saying these changes are coming even though they have not been decided on by the board, which they're discussing and considering tonight.
Correct. And this is not a board meeting tonight. This is just a parent meeting to get feedback. So there won't be any vote or discussion on it formally tonight with the board. That'll come later.
Okay, but it's still an issue for some parents, and maybe they'll get that impression by hearing from them tonight.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Aspen.